Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking past the obvious costs, the extinguishers and alarms.
Yeah, we're digging into what fire safety compliance really costs Australian businesses.
Exactly, the hidden stuff. Our mission here is to give you, the listener, a clear picture of these financial hits and, well, how to manage them without getting overwhelmed.
And we're drawing on a pretty detailed report, Australian standards, and some real-world examples of what happens when things go wrong.
Okay, so let's start with the obvious bit, the initial investment, buying the actual equipment.
Right, and even that isn't simple. Sprinkler systems, for example, a new commercial build might be, what, $100 to $200 per square meter?
Yeah, but retrofitting an older building, that can easily jump to $200 plus. And complex sites, I saw figures near $2,800 per square meter.
Wow, that's serious money. And alarms. Even a basic system is maybe $500 to $1,500.
Yeah.
Commercial ones. Easily over $10,000.
And extinguishers themselves, like a standard ABE unit installed, maybe $180 plus GST. CO2 units, a bit more, it all adds up.
It really does.
Yeah.
But the crucial point from the report is this isn't a one-off spend. It's the ongoing stuff that catches people.
You mean the maintenance? Under AS 1851.
Precisely. AS 1851.2012, it's often a legal thing, tied right into your occupancy permit. It covers all those essential safety measures, or ESMs.
Sprinklers, alarms, hydrants, extinguishers, emergency lights, the whole lot.
Yep. And the standard mandates routine service by a, quote, competent person, someone who's actually qualified and trained.
And it's pretty frequent, isn't it? Like monthly checks for sprinklers and alarms.
Monthly for some, 6 monthly for others like extinguisher checks, annually for major assessments and flow tests, plus longer-term stuff like pressure gauge tests every 5 years.
So it's a constant cycle of inspections, tests, making sure everything works as it should.
Exactly. Checking against the original commissioning data. And then there's the paperwork, like the annual fire safety statement, the AFSS.
Yes, the AFSS. Required in places like New South Wales, right. You need an accredited practitioner for that.
That's right. CFSSP. They inspect, verify all your ESMs, and issue the statement for the council or fire authority. That's another cost, their inspection and the statement itself. Maybe around $180 plus just to lodge it on top of their fees.
Okay, so continuous investment is key. What happens if you let things slide? The report mentioned penalties.
Oh, yeah. Big ones. In NSW, if your AFSS is late, the fines can escalate weekly. We're talking potentially $1,000, $2,000, up to $4,000 a week, capped eventually. But courts can impose massive fines like $110,000.
Ouch. And other states are similar.
Yep, Victoria, Queensland, federal rules around certain gases. They all have significant penalties, potentially millions for corporations under WHS laws in the worst cases.
And it's not just fines, is it? What about insurance?
That's a huge one. Non-compliance, expect higher premiums. You might struggle to even get cover. And worst case, your claim gets denied after a fire if they find you breached codes or skipped maintenance.
They actually check the records.
Absolutely. Insurers scrutinize maintenance logs. There are cases where claims were denied flat out. And then there's the legal liability. Negligence, if someone gets hurt, or worse, because a system failed.
Like that case with the landlord and the non-working smoke alarm.
Exactly. Duty of care is serious. Lawsuits under WHS or public liability can be devastating.
Plus the hidden costs like business interruption, lost revenue, losing customers.
Yeah, the report mentioned something like 70% of underinsured businesses fail after a major loss. And don't forget reputational damage. Bad press is hard to recover from.
Okay, this sounds like a minefield. What about unexpected costs, things breaking down?
Always a risk. Emergency repairs for failed components, rust, accidental damage, and reactive repairs, always more expensive. I saw one mention of maybe $2,000 per emergency call-out.
Plus having to upgrade systems when regulations change, like AS 1851 updates, that's capital expenditure.
Definitely. And needing a technician urgently means premium call-out fees. Plus, false alarm charges from fire services can be hefty thousands in some areas.
So, managing all this, the report suggests being proactive is better.
Massively better. Proactive, planned maintenance based on AS 1851 is shown to be like 3 to 4 times cheaper than just reacting to problems.
Yeah.
It can cut overall costs significantly, maybe up to 30%.
So mastering that maintenance schedule, keeping good records, that's key.
Absolutely. And being smart when choosing your service providers.
Yeah.
Get multiple quotes. Really read those service agreements, understand the scope, the costs, the responsibilities.
Check the fine print. Is there any financial help available? Grants or anything?
Direct grants for routine maintenance are pretty rare, unfortunately. But it's always worth checking state and federal business portals. Sometimes there are broader rebates for safety upgrades or business resilience funding, especially after disasters.
Okay, good tip. So wrapping this up then, the hidden costs are real and significant.
Definitely. And ignoring compliance is just
Oh.
incredibly risky, financially, legally, reputationally.
So that proactive management, staying on top of maintenance, understanding the rules, it's not just box ticking.
Not at all. It's fundamental financial management for the business.
Which leads us to our final thought for you, the listener. Think about the true value you place on that consistent fire safety maintenance. Is it just a cost, a regulatory hassle?
Or is it actually a core investment in keeping your business alive and thriving long term? What's one step you'll take today to move beyond just compliance and truly safeguard your future?